All right, we are recording and I'm going to share my screen with the slide presentation. So I'm going to be mentioning throughout the presentation different things that you should be seeing on your screen. If you ever cannot see what I'm talking about, then please post a comment and let me know that it's not working. So you should be seeing the title screen right now, Getting Ready for the Beachbody launch in the UK. My name is Elizabeth Goodrice. My business is called Living Vibrantly, and my team is called Team Lives on Fire, and I'll be explaining to you a little bit about what that means. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Just a little roadmap for our call. I'm going to be telling you an abbreviated version of my story, just so you understand who you're hearing from, and then all about coaching, and how it works and what coaches actually do, and then a little bit about our team. And then I also want to make this really useful for you. I am guessing that you're here because you have heard of Beachbody and you're aware of some of our workout offerings, possibly. And so if you are interested in becoming a coach when we launch in October, when the opportunity becomes available, then I want you to take away from this call what you can be doing already to prepare for the official launch and put yourself in a position to do well right out of the gate. So that is the outline for the call. So diving into my story, I just have my email up on the screen. You can always email me, info@livingvibrantly.net. with any questions, just to send me your introduction, a little bit about you. I would love to know who's on this call, if you feel comfortable, kind of where you're from and why you're interested in coaching. But if you just want to listen, that's totally cool too. But I'm in this business because I'm a people person and I like to get to know people and their stories. So after this call, I would love to get an email from you telling me a little bit about you and what you thought. But without further ado, my story. So I have been a coach for 3.5 years, and when I initially got into coaching, I was already pretty far along in my journey. Now my journey has evolved since then, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. But as a kid, my parents were divorced, had a pretty turbulent home life. We grew up really poor, and I was always very self-conscious about that in the place that we lived, and always feeling like we had less than other people. And so at a pretty young age, I learned to self-medicate with food. And I would use food to numb myself and to escape from my worries and my cares, and I became a compulsive overeater as a teenager in a cycle of starving and binging, and it was really, really destructive. Thank goodness I never developed any significant health problems from it, and I was overweight at times, but never really significantly, didn't develop diabetes or anything like that, although I have been struggling with infertility, and I have wondered if it's linked to that. There's really no way to know, but it was a really big problem. It was something that was just kind of running my life, and every day, like, I honestly was miserable. I would wake up feeling so out of control, knowing I'm going to eat things I shouldn't have and things that are not good for me and that I don't want to, but I have no way to control it. And I lived this way for years. It was just, constantly in that cycle of guilt and shame, and it was really awful. Okay, so then, as I got into my 20s, I started to realize this is no way to live. This is not how I want to live the rest of my life. And so I took a lot of action to start to unravel those patterns and to heal myself. So I'm going to kind of fast forward through this because this is all still happening before I came to coaching. But this is the background knowledge and expertise that I brought to my coaching business when I started it. So I initially just said, I'm going to stop depriving myself. I don't really care if I get fat. I'm just going to eat when I'm hungry. And lo and behold, when I stopped fearing food, I didn't gain, I maybe gained a little weight, but I came to what was a healthy weight for me. And I was able to stop obsessing about food through a process of seeing a therapist, talk therapy every week, and through Overeaters Anonymous, which is a 12-step program. There were many steps that I took to heal my relationship with food, and it was a years-long process. And actually, with exercise, I used to be a compulsive exerciser, I think, as well. Or at least I had an unhealthy attitude toward it, that I would go running for these very long runs to punish my body. And it was like pounding on my body. To this day, I can't run because I don't enjoy it, because that is the feeling that it has for me. This repetitive pounding, like just monotonous, never stopping. I just don't enjoy running. And it's because of my history. I'm not saying running is bad for everyone. But so I started going to yoga. This was another very influential chapter in my life, when I started taking yoga classes and experiencing self-acceptance and the feeling of being kind to my body for the first time. Then I pretty much lost interest in running. I did nothing but yoga for a few years. And after that, when I came to, I moved to Madison, Wisconsin, which is where I live now. It's not that far from Chicago, for those who may not know where Wisconsin is. But with this new chapter, meeting my husband, moving here, I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But when I moved here, I decided to start fitness classes as a way to get out and meet people, because I was working freelance from home at the time. And it was a new chapter for me. I realized going to these classes, the first one was a kickboxing one, I realized that I could exercise now and it didn't feel like punishing myself. It didn't have to feel like punishing myself. So I got away from it and I came back, and it helped that I was going to this class called Turbo Kick, which was super fun, pop music, kind of cheesy, but just a really good time. And the teacher of that class was named Bridget, and we became friends on Facebook. I started to see that she was posting about these things called challenge groups. So she was running essentially a virtual fitness program where people were working out from home, and there was a home version available of this Turbo Kick program that I was doing in person in classes with her. So I honestly was so drawn in by her enthusiasm and how much she enjoyed exercise that I decided, okay, I want this in my life. And so I decided to do a challenge group with her to have some workouts I could do at home, in addition to taking the class with her in person once a week. In my first month in the challenge group, we actually had a no added sugar challenge, where we cut out all of the added sugar from our diet. And one of the remaining things of my food addiction that I still was struggling with was sugar. I always had a just awful sweet tooth, and I had tried to give up sugar. I would make it like 1 or 2 or 3 days, and it was like white knuckling it through. I could never get very far. So in this month, so I made it with Bridget's group, I made it for a month without sugar. And this was just astounding to me. The power of this virtual support group to help me implement behavior change that I had not been able to do on my own. So that was when I started to feel, okay, there's really something to this online coaching thing. And I joined after that first month. I said, I want in. I don't really know what it is, but the other piece of it is that you get a discount on products, which I'm going to tell you more about what our products are. But between the discount and being intrigued by the coaching business, I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So then as I explored the business more, I became really passionate about helping women make peace with food and embrace their bodies and learn to love their bodies again the way I had and the way I was still in the process of doing. And that really was a theme of my coaching. It still is, but I've added more themes as I've gone along. So about a year into my coaching business, I had a health crisis. I went in for surgery because I had, or I have, a condition called endometriosis. It's from birth, where cells, uterine cells, like the uterine lining, grow in the wrong place. They grow outside of the uterus, and it causes a lot of scarring within the pelvis. It's very painful. And the only treatment is surgery. So they go in, it's laparoscopic, but they cut out those little pockets of scar tissue, and it relieves the pain. So during this procedure, I had a bleeding incident. They still don't know what caused it, but I was in very serious condition. I was in the ICU, intensive care unit, for a week, and I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. I was very, very sick and had to learn to walk all over again. I couldn't eat or drink anything for, I think, like 2 weeks. I was being fed by IV. I mean, it was really, really humbling to be that sick and to kind of be starting again from square one. Because before that surgery, I had just completed the Insanity program with Shaun T, which is like 90-minute, like the most intense workouts you can imagine. Had gotten so strong, and I was just in love with the workouts. But then all of a sudden, this very fit person that had kind of become my identity was gone. So once I was able to, I mean, first of all, it was learning to walk, then learning to go up and down stairs, then walking around the block, and then gradually building up to walking a mile. But every one of those milestones would be so tiring, you know, and getting back into yoga, like I couldn't touch my toes anymore. And sorry, I'm just muting everyone. Okay. Whoops. Didn't mean to go to the next slide yet. Well, okay, we'll have this slide up for now. Just finishing up my story anyway. So after being so sick, it made me really appreciate each and every one of those milestones and how sorry guys, I just had to get out of the screen share for a minute so I can mute everyone. I'm getting distracted with the noise. Give me 1 second. By the way, sorry, I hope you didn't unmute yourself because you had a question. If you had a question, you can unmute yourself again and ask. All right, we're going back to the slides. Sorry for the hiccup. Okay, so having that happen really gave me a new perspective in terms of being able to help people who had been very sick, maybe very weak, having injuries, physical limitations. And it helped me to, as I built my business back up, really help a new segment of people and feel comfortable knowing what to tell them, even if, you know, maybe just doing a couple of gentle stretches every day is major progress for them. Those were people that I didn't really feel qualified to help before this happened to me. So that opened a new chapter in my coaching business. And then lastly, as I mentioned, I've been dealing with infertility and kind of every bend in the road and every wrinkle in the process that you can think of has happened to us. It's been a very long road, but I think that also has given me the perspective of how to keep going through the hard times. And we still don't have children yet. We are right now exploring surrogacy. We have some frozen embryos that I won't be able to carry. So we're hoping that someone else will and will still be able to become parents. So through all of that, exercise has really been something for me to lean on, and not just exercise, but the virtual support of and encouragement from the communities that I'm part of, my team, my customers. Like, we're such a tight-knit group, and always knowing what's going on in each other's lives and having them to lean on has helped me to get through things that might have crushed me otherwise. And so that is really what coaching has done for me and how my business has developed. And so I tell you all this because I really do believe that this business is for everyone, and that really you're kind of crazy if you pass up this opportunity, because there's so much that it can do in your life. You know, it can be a part-time thing, it can be a full-time thing. It can be what you make it and what you want it to be, but there are so many benefits even just beyond the income that I really believe it's an incredible thing to be a part of, whether you're in it for a full-time income or whether you're in it just for the discount. Okay, so to get to the background of the company now, moving along, starting from square one here, what is Beachbody? So we are a company that helps people lead happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives. And we do that through fitness and nutrition and overall wellness. So among the things we make, we have the highest quality workout videos out there. Our Beachbody On Demand streaming workout service is already available in the UK, so maybe some of you have access to that. We have trainers like Sean T, Shalene Johnson, Tony Horton, Siggy Kalev, Autumn Calabrese. You've probably heard of them, and our company puts out the highest quality workout videos on the market. They're really, really well designed, and everything from the production values to what the trainers are saying, it helps you stay motivated to work out at home, which is no small thing, right? When you're doing at-home workouts, nobody knows if you're doing it or not. So it really helps to have a video that makes you want to exercise and want to keep going. In addition to that, we have supplements, and they are not available in the UK yet, and we can't even send samples until October. So I know some of you have been wondering why you can't get these supplements yet. It's not that we don't want to, it's that we legally are not allowed to send them until October. Everything is just very highly regulated. I think it's still EU regulations right now. So there's a date of October 19th, and until that date, we are not allowed to send them into the UK, and nobody wants to jeopardize our ability to sell them there in the future. So we're all trying to follow those rules very carefully. But as of October 19th, you will be able to try these supplements, and I think you're going to be so impressed by what's available and the ingredients. It's not any of that crazy chemical junk. These are very clean ingredient lists, potent ingredients. A lot of them are plant-based, herbal, and everything is designed to just help your body feel like it's operating on all cylinders. Feeling a deep sense of wellness on a daily basis. And, you know, we have kind of a daily multivitamin probiotic. We have some supplements for optimal workout performance. We have a new one that's basically powdered fruits and vegetables and plant protein that tastes like chocolate or strawberry banana, and that's for kids. So there are different purposes for the supplements, but they're all just very good quality and things that I feel comfortable putting in my body, and I'm very careful about what I put in my body. And then in addition to that, we have nutrition plans, and these are designed mostly to help people get processed food out of their diet and start eating more fruits and vegetables, high quality protein, to learn about how to nourish their body to an optimum level. Coaching people with nutrition is one of my favorite parts of it because it makes such a huge difference in how people feel on a daily basis. And then the coaching model is the secret sauce that brings it all together. So like I said, following a workout video, following a nutrition plan, taking supplements, these are all things that you can buy from different companies. I do believe ours are the best, but even so, if you're buying a really high quality product, it's not going to work for you if you don't use it. So that's where the coaching model comes in. anyone who buys one of our products from, say they buy it from Amazon, we also have TV commercials, radio ads. We advertise in a lot of different places. Everyone who buys a product from anywhere is assigned to a coach. And so I get maybe a dozen customer leads every month who are assigned to me, and my job is to help them stay on track with to follow through with their intentions. So, for example, if someone buys a workout program, they get put into one of my virtual support groups where everyone's checking in and saying, I got my workout done, and then they give each other a high five and affirmations for completing it. And to have that validation, it becomes kind of addictive to where you're doing your workout and you're logging it just so you can get those positive comments. And it's just like a shot of positivity in your day. It's really, really a fun thing to be part of. So instead of feeling like you're doing this on your own, it has all the convenience of something that you can do completely on your own. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to go anywhere to meet with anybody. It's all virtual. It's all from the comfort of your home. But we still do have that community aspect to it, which is what I love. So right now we're available in the US and Canada. Expansion into the UK is a kind of pilot test for more international expansion. And I just want you to know that this is just the beginning. So getting in now is a great idea because we have more expansion coming soon. And there's really a lot of people all over the world who need what we have to offer. Just in the markets that we're in already, it's hundreds of millions of people who are dealing with obesity and health problems related to obesity. So there are really a lot of people yet for us to reach. And that's why I really am looking for people to join our team and to help us with that mission as we're launching in the UK in October. So what do coaches do? I already mentioned my virtual fitness challenges. Usually every month I have one focused on fitness and one focused more on nutrition and helping people through that nutrition plan to get started with it and really understand it and implement it in their lives, creating meal plans for themselves and sharing our meals and giving each other ideas and inspiration, all of that. So in addition to that, I also offer a one-on-one aspect to it. So everyone who has an active coaching package with me, where they're working with me as their coach, they get a monthly one-on-one call where we can do a little more goal setting and checking up on their goals and give them that personal attention. As far as the expertise that's needed to become a coach, there really isn't any that's required. If you're someone who has some expertise in this field already, it will help you, but it doesn't necessarily hurt you not to have it because these programs are really designed to stand on their own. So as a coach, the expectation will be that you will learn about these programs, read the nutrition guide, read the program guide for each exercise program, be familiar with the details, so that you can help guide your clients, but you don't need to be, say, a personal trainer or a certified nutritionist coming in because these programs are designed by nutritionists. They're designed by sports medicine people. So the professionals have put their stamp on the programs and we're kind of the bridge between the customer and those professionals. That's how I think of coaching. That being said, there is the opportunity to customize your programs based on your own personal experience. And what I've done is a lot of what I talked about so like for this month coming up, I have a program that's all about intuitive eating based on my own experience of healing my relationship with food. I've done a program that's all about yoga where I'm doing a daily yoga pose, kind of talking people through how to do the pose. And that was actually before Beachbody added yoga videos to our workout library. So now it's not as necessary, but I've used my own passions and my own experience to kind of put that layer on top. And that's what attracts people to you as a coach. And I'll be talking more about that in a minute of like how to figure out what those things are for you, but that's what makes you unique. And that's what will help you succeed, is to think about what's unique about your own personal life experiences that qualifies you to help people who are going through similar things. Okay, so the question of the hour, is it sales? Now you hear a lot of coaches say, oh, this isn't sales. And honestly, I hate that. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys, it's sales. We make money when people buy a program from us. But I think that everything in life is sales. This is what I always say, that, say you're going out to dinner with a friend on a Friday and there's a restaurant that you really want to try. You'd probably send them a text message and say, here's a restaurant and here's why I think it looks really good. Well, that's sales. You're selling what you want to do by telling the person, by telling your friend that this is why I want to go to this restaurant. Like, it's really that simple. It doesn't have to be any big complicated thing that stresses you out. Sales is the art of persuasion, and that's all it is. So what we do is connect with people who need what we have to offer and then explain to them how it can help them. When you believe in what you're offering, it comes naturally, and it doesn't have to be anything with these tactics of tricking people or all the kind of slimy things that people associate with sales when you think about it in a negative light. It's not sales in that sense. We're not asking you to do anything icky. I really, if you can't tell, I believe that we are a force for good in the world. And so to the extent that we're getting out there and reaching more people and explaining to them why they'll benefit from joining us, yeah, it's sales. And, you got to get comfortable with that because you're not going to succeed in this business unless you're trying to reach new people with your offerings. But that's also one of the most exciting things about it, is the potential to reach more and more people and help them transform their lives. So our type of sales consists of creating compelling programs, promoting them on social media. You can also do some in-person events and things like that if you want to, but I built my whole business on social media. Kind of one of the wonders of modern life, that you can build an entire business on social media. And you're promoting your programs on social media to a defined target audience. So we try to reach people who are also struggling with infertility, people who are recovering from eating disorders like I am, people who have struggled from depression like I have. Those are some of my people I try to target. And in our team training, which I'll talk more about in a minute, we walk you through all of that, of how to define your target audience and then how to find them on social media. So we provide, there's some kind of grammar mistake there. I think that should say we provide assistance with every step of the way. Okay, so a couple of client success stories. Gonna go over to sharing my web browser with you guys so you can see on my blog. So if you want to check these out for yourself now or later, you can go to livingvibrantly.net. That's my website, and there's a success stories tag where I have multiple client success stories. So this is Lisa. Lisa is a coach on my team, and I just want to show you what's possible with these programs. Look at the difference between those two pictures. So on the left is Lisa 2 years ago. She had injured her hip in a bike accident, and because she was dealing with so much pain and she didn't know what to do to stay active in spite of that pain, she had given up on exercise. And it had gotten so bad that she would lose her breath walking up a single flight of stairs. She was pretty much in constant pain. And she decided that she was tired of it. She said to me that she wanted to be there for her kids, and not be disabled, not be out of energy so she couldn't enjoy life with her kids. She said, I'd put myself on the back burner for years, and she was noticing that she was becoming resentful of her family. And that's never a good feeling, of course. These people that you love so much and you're feeling resentment towards them. So she started going to the gym, and that was in September 2015. And it was working well until her friend stopped going. She kept going on her own. And I actually connected with her in a Facebook group related to fitness. So she had that same impulse to plug into a community. And that's really the core of what we do. She was posting her journey on social media, and, she was turning to this group for support. She was offering support to others. And at that point, I said to her that you're really doing a lot of what we already do as coaches. Would you want to check out this business with me? And she's kind of become a rock on our team, of basically a business partner for me. We talk every day. We've become really close. And so since she joined as a coach, she's been doing Beachbody workouts, and she did core to force, body beast, hip hop abs, Brazil butt lift, and a dance-based program called UV2. And now, update since this post, she's doing PIO, a low impact program because of the pain that she's still dealing with. She'll be having surgery eventually, but right now is managing staying active without surgery just yet. She's lost 34 pounds in 2 clothing sizes, and the difference is really, really, I think that looks like more than 2 sizes, don't you? But the thing about Lisa is she never lets anything get her down, and she's such a positive person. And so I think working through the pain, staying active in spite of the pain, but in a way that's safe for your body, and then also just maintaining that positive attitude, because it's not easy when that's how life is going for you. So these are things that she shares with our team, and that she shares with her clients, and that uniquely position her to help people. Success story number 2, we have Amber over here. And now Amber is what's called a preferred customer. So she has a coach account, but it's mainly for the discount. But she is one of the most steadfast members in our accountability groups, in our monthly support groups. Like, she's checking in every day. She's offering a lot of support to other people. And she's also someone that I really lean on, that kind of leads programs side by side with me, and is, showing up every single day for her workout. Her consistency is really, really impressive and amazing. So from left to right here, you can see she went from a size 12, 14 to a size 4. Quite a difference, very, very visually obvious. And this is a 2-year difference. So on the right is recent, then on the far left is 2 years ago, and the middle picture is 1 year ago. And one thing that I've noticed actually is her mindset. So this happens with a lot of my customers. I mean, I guess it's human nature, right? We see the visual transformation, and that's what we want for ourselves. And so we come in looking to lose weight. And kind of as we get further into the journey, we realize that it's really a mindset transformation, that's the more important and maybe the more difficult but more meaningful transformation. So instead of looking at getting thin, at some point we make that transition to thinking about being strong, what my body can do, how I'm feeling on a daily basis. I made that transition, and that's what I guide people towards now. It's very interesting how, a picture like this can pull people in to get started, but by the end of the program, they're not thinking so much about the number on the scale or dropping a size. Their emphasis is elsewhere. So Amber says, these programs help me build muscle, increase my cardio endurance, and feel more confident. I'm also more aware of the food I eat and the meals I make for my family. And she's done pretty much like every one of our programs. So she started with PIO and then 21-day fix, 22-minute hardcore, core to force size, country heat. And right now she's doing our new program, which is the Shift Shop with Chris Downing. It's a rapid rebuild, HIIT, high intensity interval training workout, basically designed to shift your body composition quickly in the space of 3 weeks, but also to shift mentally and emotionally. So I hope that just gives you a sense of what is possible, kind of the different models. So like Amber, you could be a discount coach, or you could be a business builder coach, or you can just be a customer. There are different ways to be involved, but just being a coach doesn't necessarily mean that you're spending all of your time on it, even necessarily trying to make an income with it. It can be a way to just stay plugged into those monthly support groups for the accountability. All right, I'm going to share again, back to my slides. All right, so all right, we're going to go back to the web browser in a second. But I wanted to tell you guys about the coach perks and what comes along with being a coach, because that's there's a lot in addition to the income that you make. There are a lot of perks and a lot of reasons that I do this. I'll show you our Success Club trip in a minute, because I really want you guys to have that visual of how the company rewards us for the work that we put in, above and beyond the income that you're making as a coach. Being part of a community. I think there are tons of health, fitness, nutrition, wellness coaches out there, and being an entrepreneur, having something of my own always appealed to me. But I really think this is the best of both worlds. Being an entrepreneur can be isolating. And with coaching, you still, you're an independent contractor. You have the ability to design your own business, to run it however you want. But then you also have this community that you can plug into for support, camaraderie, also for mentorship and training. Everything I know about building a business on social media and all of the growth that's come in my business up to this point, I've gotten through mentorship with my team here within Beachbody. So actually several times a week, there are mentorship calls and training calls. And, it'll be getting on a group call and sharing what's working for us, with other leaders on the team, sometimes with regard to a certain topic, like how are you meeting new people on the internet these days? What's working for you? What kind of posts are getting a lot of traction on your Facebook page? How do you use Instagram? Topics like that. What's working in terms of leadership to help you motivate your team? Those are the kinds of topics we talk about on our weekly mentorship calls. And then training, so many different training topics. I watch at least one training a day, sometimes several. Pretty much while I'm doing anything else, I'm listening to a training, folding laundry, doing dishes. While I'm driving, I listen to them. And, while I'm walking to my car after work. By the way, I forgot to mention, I still do work full time. And I work in marketing. So, as I'm walking to my car after work, I'll always listen to a training and start getting in the mindset of what I can do for my business, because my business hours then are when I get home from work. So that's kind of how I structure my time. But there are trainings available on every topic from, fitness and nutrition. Those are topics that you're learning about. We're all always learning, right? Mindset. I watched one yesterday on self-worth and how so many of us look outside ourselves for self-worth, and then we're always dependent on other people's opinions of us, when really we need to be looking within and building up that inner sense of self-worth. Okay, so I mean, the whole range of training topics, it's more of a question of just fitting it in and choosing the ones that are right for you. But the wealth of knowledge that I've been able to plug into as a coach in this business is just really, really astounding. And I'm so grateful for it. To try to do this on my own and have to be paying for all this training separately, you know, a lot of these trainings are everywhere. If you're looking at like social media trainings, it's anything from like $100 up to $1,000 or more. And this is all offered just as part of our coach membership. Okay, so getting to that Success Club trip. Going over to my photo album now. So I want to show you guys the trip coming up in 2018 in April is to Riviera Maya in Mexico, Hard Rock Hotel and Resort. And we were at the Hard Rock last year too, but it was in the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, and that was this past April. So if you're joining as a coach in October, probably the trip that you'll be able to qualify for is in 2019. So they have not announced yet where that's going to be. I'm just very excited to see if it'll be maybe a destination that's a little bit closer to you guys, or how they're going to handle having the UK presence now in the company. I love to travel, so this is like my favorite part of coaching, honestly, is these trips. But and I should say in 2016, it was a cruise, Caribbean cruise. So then 2017, it was an all-inclusive 5 days at the Hard Rock Resort. I just want to show you some pictures. So this is the food at the resort, local fruit, just so delicious. The best coffee too in the Dominican Republic. I did indulge a little bit, burger and a beer. They had really good burgers. The restaurants at this resort were amazing. And I've been looking, and it's actually pretty much the same restaurants, you know, it's a chain, but good thing is we really enjoyed the food, and now we know exactly what to look forward to. By the way, it's you and a guest that get to go for free. I'll tell you about how to earn it. It's an expense paid trip for you and one guest. So it can be your spouse, it can be a friend, parent. You can bring children also, but you know, if your children are older and they're adults, you could bring your child. But yes, underage minor children are welcome to come with you, and you just have to get the room that has a sleeping arrangement for that. But this is our team at one of the group workouts. So they bring down the trainers, like last year was Chris Downing from the Shift Shop, which is our new program. So we got to sample that ahead of time. And then also Joel and Jericho from Core to Force were there. So every morning at, I think it was at 6 a.m. It's a little bit early for vacation, but we still get up and we do it because we love to exercise, and to have the opportunity to work out in person with the trainers is just really a rare treat. So this is our team after, I think it was after the Shift Shop workout, one of the days. It's me there on the right. This was before the workout. I think it was a different day, the Core de Force. Lunch buffet. These are not in order, but look at that gorgeous fruit. My relaxed attitude. This was our room. So we had a jacuzzi tub in the room. That's my yoga space. And then the bed was like up on a platform to the right. After the Core de Force workout, more teammates. They have a Shakeology bar. So Shakeology is one of our supplements that I was telling you about, and they do up some fun recipes with different ingredients. They're maybe a little fancier for a smoothie than what you would be drinking at home. It's just another fun way that they treat us and recognize us for our hard work throughout the year. It's my husband, pizza and wine, like I said, indulging for the week. There we are after our couples massage. By the way, you also get, I think it was $750 room credit, so you can spend it on excursions, on like nicer upgraded alcohol with your meals, on a couples massage like we did. But basically there are different things within the resort that you can use your resort credit for to enhance your experience. Shakeology bar. This is me doing a little work. So basically, you know, in the name of consistency, I always show up. I never miss a day on social media because consistency is the name of the game when it comes to health and fitness. And so I want to show my customers that I am always there. You know, I may not spend a lot of time, but I just show up every day. And honestly, I love being connected to them that way. I wouldn't want to, of course, if you're away from internet service, there are arrangements you can make, have your teammates help you out and things like that. But I draw energy from seeing the successes that my customers and my team are having. So each day I would go out on our little balcony and check in. So husband took a picture of me there. This is when we went on a food tour. So this is showing cacao, how chocolate is made. That's on the bus on the food tour. And coffee. So we learned about how chocolate and coffee are made and got to sample some local varieties, and then went to a beach where the locals hang out. It was nice to get outside of the resort. This is the family that operates the coffee and chocolate tasting place where we went. The beach again, and the spa tub in our room. You can see the bed there too, but you know, these are nice rooms. This is a nice resort that they take us to. This is the final night. They have parties pretty much every night with special food and music and different like games and things, and they just try to create a celebratory environment for us all to connect with our team. And that's the other really great part of this, is because it's a virtual business, all of us are pretty much connecting online. And like I said, we talk to each other every day, but to really spend that time together with one another in person, really, it's almost like the cherry on top of the business. I don't know if you use that expression in the UK, but like ice cream sundae with the cherry on top. But it's just such a delight to be together and to have that FaceTime and just relax and get to know these people that we spend so much time with in an online setting, and have that in-person experience. This was at the chocolate factory, seeing how chocolate is made. This is liqueur made from chocolate, and we have some of this at home that we brought home with us. It's so yummy. My husband at the rum tasting. That was at the beach. That was like an open air market they took us to. And then again, like I said, meeting teammates is the icing on the cake, the cherry on top of the sundae, and had to unpack once we got home. So there we are back at the beginning. All right, let's go back to the presentation. I think that's my last little screen share that I have for you. So those are some of the perks that we receive from being coaches. And then this is another type of retreat. So this, I don't know if you can see my mouse, the one I'm circling now, that's Meg. So she's 2 levels up from me in the business. She's my sponsor, and she hosts retreats. So this one was in Utah. And the reason we had it there was because Beachbody has a corporate office there. They're based in California, but they also have one of their major offices in Utah. Now, I understand they have one in the UK too. And I do plan to make a trip over, by the way. I don't exactly know when yet, but I will be coming. You'll get to meet me in person. You don't necessarily have to come to the United States for retreats like this, although if you can make it, it is an amazing experience. And we'll see kind of how things shake out, but I have a feeling that some coaches are going to be offering retreats over there as well. So basically, you know, whether your upline coach, your sponsor, is geographically close to you or not, you can be connected over the internet all the time. We have our team calls, weekly team calls, actually right after this. So it would be Sunday evenings for you, and you can participate. We participate US, Canada, and the UK together. But there are also plenty of opportunities for you to meet up with us in person, and we're going to be looking at doing more in the UK, especially if people over there are part of the team. We're definitely receptive to that, and honestly, I would love to visit over there more. I've been on a trip, it was once 10 years ago only, but I have been there and loved it, had an amazing time, have some friends over there, and you know, definitely don't let that hold you back from joining our team if you're like, oh, well, I mean, I understand the appeal of having someone local, but it's not, you will get to meet me in person. Summit next year is going to be in Indianapolis. By the way, tickets are available now. You'll be on my newsletter and get all kinds of news like that. If you have the link to sign up for this webinar, you'll be added to my newsletter. If you're just seeing this on YouTube, it should be in a link below the video of how to sign up for that. But so anyways, experiences like this are really, really crucial for revitalizing and re-energizing and breathing life into your business. I'm doing another one actually also back in Utah at the end of this month. And it's just such a nice time to slow down a little bit and have those more in-depth conversations with your teammates and really like take a step back and think about the direction for your business for the next few months, next year. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I'll have another picture like that soon. All right, more perks of being a coach. They just don't stop. You can work from anywhere. Hello. So, you know, actually my Upline sponsor just moved to Costa Rica. Her permanent address is still in the US, which is why she still can do it, even though we're not technically in Costa Rica right now. But anywhere with a Wi-Fi connection, you know, we travel quite a bit. And I know I can still do my like 1 hour a day. Whether I'm traveling, like I don't have to make that choice anymore between travel and business. That, you know, if I'm on vacation, I can still take that vacation and not worry about my business falling off because I can just get on for that 1 hour a day and do the work that needs to be done. Be your own boss. This is a big, big perk for a lot of people that you get to make the decisions about the direction of your business. Your upline is here to inspire you, but it's really you setting the goals. And then, you know, I'm here to motivate you and to propel you along to reach those goals, but you're the one setting the course for the direction of your business. And again, you don't need that expertise because whatever expertise you have is going to help you, but we'll train you on the rest. Whether it's fitness and nutrition details, how to use social media, the skills of the business. We have training on all of that. The main qualities that are really, really important are for you to be a supportive person and a good listener who cares about other people. That's it. The rest of it can be learned, I promise you. Rock hard abs are not needed. You share your journey as you go. Some of the most successful coaches, you know, in terms of financial success, in terms of reaching a lot of people, some of the most successful coaches are those who are still on their journey, who might not be at their goal weight. You know, there's a few who are plus size, who are just killing it at the business. And the reason is that there are a lot of people out there who relate to them. So it's important to be relatable. Being relatable is better than being perfect. There are a lot of people just getting into an exercise program and they have certain issues that someone else who has a bigger body can relate to. Things like what clothing to wear, what your body is kind of doing and not doing in certain exercises. You know, I can't relate to that as well as someone else who also has a larger body. So don't let any of that hold you back. If you're interested in coaching, but you're like, oh, I don't look like her, I don't have those muscles, I'm not skinny, like whatever those things are of your reasons of why you can't do it, don't give in to that. Use that as your reason to connect with the people who need you, who might be feeling the same thing and feeling left out, that, you know, maybe they're using those as their reasons why they can't start their fitness journey yet. Same thing for injuries, physical limitations, even age can be one. You know, there's a coach, one of my favorites, she's a friend of mine. Her page is called Fit and Fabulous Over 50. And no, it's fantastically fit and over 50. A lot of F's in there, I don't know, but the over 50 part I know. And she's been dealing with knee issues, knee injury, and she's doing very well at this business. She just shares every step of like, okay, today I overdid it. Today I had to step back. I couldn't do this program. I actually put on weight, but I'm not letting it stop me. I'm getting back to it. So that's, don't feel like you have to be perfect. It's actually better if you're not perfect. And then the other perk of this business is that it can be as much or as little as you make of it. There's amazing income potential. There's plenty of people making 6 figures a year at it. Now, I will say that does not come without hard work. And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You've got to be prepared to work hard. But with hard work, it's possible. It's very possible. How do coaches actually earn money? Now, I've got to say, this is the disclaimer that we're legally required to give. Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success from the coaching opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. So having said that, at the simplest level, we earn commissions on challenge packs and other products. I'm going to talk about what a challenge pack is. But basically, when we sell supplements, workout programs, there's other things we have like skincare products and apparel. Anything that we sell, we get a commission. And that commission represents the time that you're putting in as a coach. Okay? I try to even disassociate it from the product itself. That commission is my payment for coaching. In addition to that, we get something called Team Cycle Bonus, and there are different matching bonuses and profit sharing bonuses. Basically, what those represent is the time that we're putting in as a mentor. As you get a bigger team, you're spending more time mentoring them, and so these different leadership bonuses reflect that. So the 2 ways to earn money: one is retail sales or commissions, and the other one is these leadership bonuses that are basically payment for building a team and being a mentor to them. So what is required? And these prices are in US dollars. We don't know exactly what they'll be in pounds yet, but I would imagine it would be, if you do the exchange rate, it'll be about that conversion. Right now it's $40 to join, and it has been ever since I joined. But that fee is waived, and it's free if you join with a starter kit, which is a challenge pack, and I'll tell you again in a second what that is. Actually, I'll tell you right now. It's a combo of a workout program, nutrition plan, supplements, and membership in a challenge group. You get this app, and you get pulled into my monthly group. So basically, it's this combo pack that's giving you everything that you need to try out our products and programs, try them for yourself, experience them for yourself. And so that's why I always recommend that people do join with that starter kit, because it's really just hard to get going in this business if you're not familiar with the products and programs that we're offering. It's hard to even get off the ground if you don't have that familiarity. And then after the first month, it's $15.95 a month. That's your business service fee. It covers all of the training and mentorship that I mentioned. It's such a good value. It also covers your websites, inventory, shipping, returns. So there are some network marketing businesses where you're keeping inventory at your house. This is not one of those. There are some network marketing businesses where you process everyone's credit cards. Not with this one. Beachbody handles all of it. They do your website for you. You send people the link. They go to your website to order. It's so easy and so simple. Beachbody handles the shipping. If anyone has a return, Beachbody handles that. We don't have to worry about any of it. And that peace of mind is worth the $15.95 plus more, in my opinion. And then I did mention that there is also the preferred customer option. And I think even in that case, the $15.95 a month, first of all, it gets you a 25% discount on all of the products. And then in addition to that, all of my programs, including the monthly one-on-one call, is always free for my preferred customers. So even if you're not intending to earn money as a coach right now or even ever, still just paying that $16 a month, which really isn't much, gets you that access to all of the programs. And it's basically the best way to stay on track with your own health and fitness journey. And I just want to mention that because I know some people are on the fence about whether they really want to do this coaching thing or not. And so if you are like, oh, well, maybe I might, but I'm not sure I have the time to go all in, I still think that it's a great idea to get in and at least be a preferred customer and give yourself that access to those programs and the community, because it's going to help you stay on track with the healthy habits that you want to have for the sake of your own health and happiness. All right, so now we get to the nitty-gritty of coaching. So these are the things that we usually don't really tell people until they start coaching, but I know that people are really eager for more information about coaching and how it all works. And so I want to start like pulling back the curtain and giving you a little peek behind the scenes of how things are organized. It's really not so mysterious. It's pretty simple. There's something called Success Club that you're going to be hearing a lot about if you join as a coach. And what this means is to hit Success Club, you have 3 new clients enroll with the challenge pack each month. Now the challenge pack, as I mentioned, is a combo of supplements. There are different options for the supplements. Nutrition plan, an exercise plan. It could be DVDs or it could be the streaming workout service. So they're basically, and also coaching, right? They get that app that I mentioned. They get access to a monthly support group. So it's all of those elements that are really going to set them up for a lifestyle change. And it's not that this is the only thing you can sell. There's some people who just buy the membership to the workout videos. There's some people who might only do the nutrition plan. There's some people who might just get the supplements. But the combo pack, so the number of 3 combo packs each month is kind of like a barometer of the overall business that you're doing. If you're selling other things kind of a la carte, then at least you want to be getting 3 of these each month, 3 of the combo packs, getting a new customer started with that, because it really is their best chance for success. A lot of people who get in with the a la carte option end up eventually upgrading to the combo pack anyway, because they start to see how it will really position them. It almost makes a healthy lifestyle fail-proof in today's like modern go world where people don't have a lot of time to focus on their health. They really want to get this well-rounded approach of support and all the things that they need to really set themselves up for success. And a lot of the incentives are based on Success Club. So that trip where you saw the photo album, that I earned my room for free for myself and my husband, plus the resort credit that you heard about, by getting, so 10 Success Club points a month, but each combo pack is 2 points. So that's 5 of the combo packs per month, average, to earn the trip for free. Like, it's not huge numbers to get it for free. You can sign up and pay the difference if you don't quite hit that 10 points per month / 5 combo packs per month. But I just want to tell you, it's not like, I'm not even close to the top sales in the company and I still earned it for free. It's really not that hard. Then if you are hitting Success Club consistently, again, with the 3 sales per month of the combo packs, there's always a monthly prize for that. And there's other incentives, like you can register early for Summit. Like I got to buy my, well, actually it wasn't early registration, but I registered early for which workshop I wanted and which workout, which is big. So I got to work out with Shaun T this year in person because I got to register for my Summit track early before general registration was open. Then as far as the hotel rooms for Summit sell out like instantly because we get very discounted rates at really nice hotels. So I was able to reserve my hotel room for Summit next year on the first day it was open. Coach Summit is our annual gathering, by the way. That's the event that's in Indianapolis that I mentioned in June of 2018. And then things like the core store at Summit, there's like really amazing apparel, like all of this cute clothing that has the names of Beachbody programs and like slogans on it. They release new designs each year at Summit, and you get to go to the store early if you're what's called a Success Club All-Star or Legend, which means you've hit it for 1 year or 2 years in a row every month. So basically, if you're in the business and if you're in it to earn money at it, as opposed to just for the accountability, but if you're in it to make an income and do this professionally, you really just want to be hitting Success Club and making that a focus. Now, some milestones that you can start thinking about for right away when you join. These are things that you want to be focused on getting to relatively quickly. The first one is called Emerald Rank. And again, if you're here as a preferred customer, don't feel pressured to reach Emerald. That might not be important to you. But if you're wanting to build an income with this business, be focusing on reaching Emerald. This is the first milestone. It means you have 2 coaches underneath you. Those coaches can be discount coaches or preferred customers. So again, it's really not that hard. You're introducing our programs and products to a few people every month. And like when someone gets on Shakeology, they start wanting that 25% discount. So then you can offer them, hey, would you like to join as a preferred customer? If you're going to be ordering it every month anyway, you might as well get a discount. So even a lot of people who don't intend to build a team still reach Emerald by having those 2 discount customers. And the reason to do this is it qualifies you for that team cycle bonus where you start earning money based on the volume that's underneath you. So it might only be a little bit if you've only got 2 discount coaches underneath you, but every month when their Shakeology subscriptions renew, you'll get like an extra $14 in your check, in addition to any retail commissions that you make. So that's where Team Cycle Bonus starts. And that's, Emerald Rank is something that even discount coaches, even the preferred customers sometimes achieve by just inviting a couple of friends to also become Shakeology subscribers. The other big reason to get to Emerald is that you start to receive those customer leads I talked about. So we have right now about 400,000 coaches in the network in US and Canada. And it sounds like a lot, but 90% of them are discount coaches, the preferred customers that are just here for the discount. So 10% of them are working it as a business or trying or getting started. And Beachbody, when they sell a program via a TV commercial, radio ad, Amazon, etc., and someone is assigned a coach, they want that person to actually be a working coach, right? They want to know that the new customer is going to get an email. They're going to be hearing from their coach. They don't want to assign those people to the preferred customers, to the discount coaches who are not working the business. So the way that Beachbody measures that essentially is Emerald Rank and that you're hitting Success Club. So once you hit Emerald, and then for every month that you hit Success Club, you'll be getting customers referred to you. So it's not just all of the customers that you bring in. Like I said, I bring in at least 5 a month to hit Success Club 10. Again, so I can earn that room on the Riviera Maya trip at the resort. But if I'm only bringing in 5, and again, like I bring in the a la carte customers too, not just the challenge packs, but say it was just the 5, then I'm getting a dozen referred to me by Beachbody. So for you, the skin that you put in the game, Beachbody then rewards you by referring customers to you. So it's not just all people that you've got to like pound the pavement, so to speak, right? Because it's all online, but it's just not all people that you've got to bring in yourself. Got to bring in those few to get customers referred to you by Beachbody. So then once you hit Emerald, the next milestone is Diamond. Diamond means that you have 8 personally sponsored coaches, including 2 Emeralds. And most people who get to this rank are looking to work the business, although it is not unheard of that a discount coach / preferred customer could be Diamond. If they've been at it a little while and they're just someone who really loves our products and shares about them a lot, it is possible that they could be enrolling a lot of discount coaches, 8 people who also love the products, want to get the discount, And then that 2 of those people could also become Emerald by referring 2 friends of their own. So what happens when you get to Diamond is you start to get a matching bonus. So then everything that all of those 8 people underneath you are earning, you get a 10% match. And with the Diamond rank, you also get access to leaders groups, special trainings, and retreats. So like I said, the matching bonus is mostly is going to coaches who are actively working and trying to build a business, and it does represent the time that you're putting in as a mentor. But even in the case of, say, a discount coach getting to Diamond, it still would represent the fact that you have 8 people underneath you, and there's going to be more like customer service issues that you're handling. And just as you start to grow a team, it takes more of your time. So that's what those bonuses represent. And like I said, there are kind of special groups for people who are a little higher up in the business that you get access to. Like I get a little more direct access to Meg, who was the coach who hosted the Utah retreat, special trainings, and, you know, just additional like business mastermind type things with other leaders on the team. So getting access to that Diamond group was a big, big motivator for me when I was first going for Diamond a couple of years ago. And then once you're at Diamond rank, you start looking at Star Diamond. Means you have at least 1 personally sponsored Diamond on your team. And this is when you actually need to update this. Profit sharing bonuses start at 2-star, but they just introduced on a trial basis profit sharing for Diamond coaches. So you can make $250 per quarter by being a Diamond coach. That's something new. I'm not sure if they'll be keeping it, but it's in place right now for the second half of 2017. And then as far as when you can expect to be making an income that would replace a full-time job, it's somewhere around 2-star Diamond or 5-star Diamond is just a good rule of thumb. Just something to keep in mind if you are someone who wants to make this a full-time career. So as for me and my team, I am a Star Diamond coach. I have 1 Diamond coach underneath me. I have just over 50 coaches on my team. Total in my downline is a little over 250. Right now I'm earning $1,000 a month, and I am in the top 1% of the company. Now, I know that I have a sense that could sound a little bit bad, that, you know, 99% of coaches make less than $1,000 a month. So let me explain that the ranking is based not only on my own income, but also it takes into account the success of my team. And also remember that the 400,000, 90% of them are just here for the discount. They're not even contemplating trying to earn an income in the business. So it gets a little skewed with that when there's so many of us, but a relatively small number are actively trying to build a business with this. I will say I work the business very part-time, and the more time you have to put into it, the faster it grows, especially if you're smart about how you're spending your time. So right now I'm spending 1 or 2 hours a day on the business, and, you know, I still work full-time, like I said, have a 9-to-5 job, and my business hours are in the evening. And obviously a little bit on the weekends too. Here we are on Sunday. I've been at this for 3.5 years, and I just do want to say that when I was sick, my income growth definitely slowed down, but I never had a paycheck, never had a zero paycheck, never had a paycheck that was $0. The income never went away. It never stopped. And that I think is really, really important, because that's residual income. We have continuity products that people are getting every month, and they're really wonderful products. And if you have something happen in your life where you're not able to be putting the effort into growing your business as much, as long as you don't completely disappear off the face of the earth, your business will continue to support you. And, you know, it's partly that I was still showing up on social media. People knew what was happening. I didn't just disappear, even though I was out of work with my 9-to-5 job, out of work for 3 months. I wasn't really working, spending a lot of time on medical treatments and healthcare. But So I was still present on social media. My team knew exactly what was going on. And I think people also saw that I was sick and they wanted to help me. They didn't want to like cancel their membership during this like time of trouble and adversity for me. But, beyond that, we have something really special with the products that we offer, programs with our team, and all of that continued. They're still getting the products. We still had programs going on that my team was helping with. So it's not like they were getting no benefit. Like there were still my customers were still getting a benefit, even if I was sick and was focusing on me and I was not as available. At this point in the call, I like to just read the mission statement of our team because I think it's really important to know what we stand for. This team is built on the feeling that our hearts and souls, our very lives, are on fire with the desire to live to our full potential and inspire others to do the same. We recognize the crucial role health and wellness play in feeling our best and fulfilling our potential. So wellness in all of its forms is the foundation of what we do. Recognizing every success is a cornerstone of our culture, since this builds the confidence necessary to break out of the prison of self-criticism and negative body image. We approach ourselves and one another with sensitivity, compassion, and kindness, so we can lift one another up in this sometimes cruel world. What makes our team different? We are positive and supportive, not competitive with one another. There is a place for those who want to run with the business and build fast, but also those who are mainly here for their own journey. You've heard me talking about the preferred customer option throughout this call. Preferred customers are embraced on our team. They're part of everything, and they're always included. So if you don't hit Success Club, I'm not going to ignore your messages and stop responding to you. I'm still here for you as your coach. Your journey to improve your own health is just as important as your financial journey to grow your business. And if my own business grows more slowly because of that, at least I know that I am growing it with integrity. And that is 100% what is the most important to me as a coach and as an entrepreneur. So I know that you guys in the UK are being targeted with tons of ads and, coach events and messages and all sorts of things. And so I want to help you wade through a little bit how to choose a team and how to select from all the teams that are out there. Keep in mind that you will have access to the whole network, and many of the trainings are on YouTube. So I have learned a lot from a lot of coaches outside of my team, and a lot of the people that you're seeing right now, like, you don't necessarily have to choose. You will still have access to their mentorship from afar through their YouTube channel, through their podcasts. You can still learn from them. And it's up to you to decide, do you want to be part of the energy of a huge team, which certainly has its appeal, or do you want the personalized attention that comes with being part of a smaller group? At the end of the day, I really think it comes down to who you want to spend time with. Who do you want to go on retreats with once a year? Who do you want to hang out with at Summit? Who do you want to connect with on weekly team calls? And actually, my team has started doing a daily power hour where we are basically just sitting together and we're online together, but it helps us stay on task through the activities that we need to do for the business each day. Who do you want to be your partners in that? Also, keep in mind who's going to still be here a year from now, 2 years, and 3 years. I'm just saying because it does happen. If your upline coach quits, their sponsor becomes your sponsor. You don't get to choose. The only way you can ever change sponsors is you have to quit your business entirely and wait for 6 months. So it is possible. People do it, but it is a hiccup in your business. Not as much if you're a preferred customer, but if you're someone who's building and you can't earn any commission for 6 months, that's a long time to wait. So it does matter who you choose when you're getting started. So how to conduct some research to make the best choice for you. Get to know a few coaches. I totally support shopping around at this point. Honestly, I do. I do want to say, based on what I'm hearing about what's out there, if you are getting a pushy or controlling vibe now, that's not going to improve once you're part of the team. I always say, when people show you who they are, believe them. To help you do that shopping around, get in the habit of watching trainings and learning about the business, seeing who you vibe with. Remember that how much you learn is up to you. Okay? Just because you have a leader who's making $1 million a year in the business doesn't mean that you will be. Hate to say it, but it's true. The more you can soak up in this business and implement, the more successful your business will be. That's it. So in terms of trainings that are available, you can subscribe to my channel on, if you search Living Vibrantly on YouTube, you'll be able to find it, and then you'll get access to the trainings that I share with my team. Also, in the follow-up email to this call, I've got a special Facebook group for UK residents who are interested in coaching in our team. The link is going to be in your follow-up email, so you can just click and join the Facebook group. And you'll get access to training, especially for coaches in the UK or potential coaches who don't have access right now yet to the Coach Online office because you can't join yet. So we'll get you started with the things that you can be doing right now. And then our team calls on Sunday afternoons that you also will have access to and are welcome to join. For this, I'm using the honor system. So if you're legitimately interested in our team, or if you're still deciding, please join us. If, on the other hand, you've already decided 100% that you're on board with another team, and as soon as you can sign with them on October 19th, you're going to sign with them, then just please have the integrity not to join. I run my business with integrity, and I would hope that you will as well. And so if you've 100% decided on another team and there's no doubt in your mind, then stick to that team's resources. But again, if you're still deciding, this is not an obligation. It is not a commitment. If you join my Facebook group, I'm not going to be mad at you if you end up joining another team in the end. I recognize and I respect that desire to check out other teams, check out several teams, and really make the best decision for you. So what you can be doing now, you can get started with what is called the vital behaviors of coaching. One of those is being a product of the product. So you can start checking out our fitness programs. You can join Beachbody on demand. You can get a 2-week free trial, and that link is also in the email, the follow-up email that you'll be getting from me. You can get a 2-week free trial, and then it's a paid subscription after that, but you can be a member of Beachbody on demand, and you can start using our workouts on a daily basis. We have more than 600 videos in that library. You can start checking them out. You can start posting about them on social media and start getting your friends curious about what you're doing. You can get started with personal development. This is one of the vital behaviors, and there's no membership that is required for this. It's basically personal growth, doing some reading, listening to a podcast, meditation, reflection, habits that will get you growing as a person on a daily basis and committing to some self-improvement work each and every day. Then inviting and recognition. Say more about that and how to get started with that, even though you're not a coach yet. So in terms of what you can be doing, even though you don't have access to the online office yet, like I said, you can start making your list. So this is basically a list of everyone you know. And if it sounds a little calculated, I get that, but trust me, it's just got to be done. If you're going to build a business as a coach, you've got to work from a list. And in terms of, so this is the inviting piece. You can't invite people to become your customer yet, but you can invite them to a free group, and you can run your own challenge group, or we can do it together. If you know that you want to join Teen Lives on Fire, I'll partner with you. You can invite your friends into my monthly support groups, and we'll lead them together. You'll post 1 day a week in the morning post, and then your friends that you've invited in, you'll comment on their posts. You'll support them. I will too, but you'll be responsible for supporting your own future potential customers. I want you to start building that relationship with them. So the reason I want you to make a list is basically we want to kind of reach everyone we know over a period of time. So it starts with probably exporting your Facebook friends list, but there's also things you can do like going through school yearbooks. There's something we have called the memory jogger that kind of will remind you of like everywhere you've lived, every job you've had, every school you've gone to, and you can jot down ideas of people you knew from that time in your life, and you end up with a list of basically everyone you've ever met and try to get connected to them on social media, or, you know, get in touch with those that you can one way or another. And then we start going down the list. And the reason is that we really do have something for everyone. Everyone can benefit from health and fitness products, so and programs and support. So in the time that you're starting to build your following on social media from, you know, strangers, people that you have, friends you haven't met yet, right? They're strangers now, but they're just friends you haven't met yet. In the time that you're building that audience, you've got to start somewhere. You want to have people to invite into your monthly programs and to learn more about what you're doing. So that starts with people that you have met previously. And making a list just helps us stay organized so we can go down the list in a methodical fashion. It's very easy in this business to get fixated on people saying no to you, and say that 3 people say no to you and you're feeling very discouraged. You're like, okay, I've gotten 100% no's so far. If you got that list, you can realize that you've only talked to 3 people. And go down the list, talk to 10. It's just easier to work from a list. It helps you have a more objective and less emotional perspective on it. So we'll work through making that list and then starting to invite to a free challenge. Last month I did one on overcoming emotional eating. This month I'm doing one on a detox using real foods, nothing you have to buy, completely free. So those are the kinds of free challenges I offer to start to build relationships with people. And you can be doing that too now. There's no reason why you can't. Like I said, run free challenges. It's low pressure. People have an easy time saying yes because there's no purchase involved. They don't know you yet. This will allow them to get to know you on a very low stakes basis. And then if you're doing this, you know, in August, September, October, then by the end of October, when the official launch happens, you're going to have a ready-made list of people you get along with who are excited to get started with coaching. So like I said, you know, I'll walk you through this training, will walk you through developing your concepts for what type of free challenges you want to offer. What do you have expertise in? What do you get excited about? And if you want to collaborate with me on mine for the first month or 2 or even 3, you'll have the opportunity to do that. And then steps to get started in terms of social media. There's so much you can be doing. You don't need access to the Coach Online office for this. Number 1 is to start thinking like a business owner, all right? So just remember that you're going to be an influencer. We're all influencers, right? But you'll be an influencer for healthy living. So I still post, you know, once in a while, a post of a treat or a post that I'm drinking a beer, but mostly, you know, I'm not posting about getting wasted and being hungover. You know, probably like 15 years ago in my life I was, but that's not my life anymore. And it's not the message that I want to be putting out to people. So starting to think about that. It's not that you have to be perfect all the time, but just think about what message your posts are sending. Sometimes there's a message that, hey, I can still loosen up and have fun, and there's a place for that. But think also, if you're someone who vents a lot on social media and someone who's always complaining, it's not that you can never let your emotions out, but, you know, we have to think about what we're putting out into the world. And that is, you know, probably a signal that there's some work to be done to shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on the negative that's happening, start to focus on how you can turn it around. That is a mental habit that's going to help you, whether you build a coaching business or not. That is like a transformative lesson in life. So I mean, I always say that coaching has given me so much just in terms of my own mental habits, and that's one of them. Being a health and wellness influencer has gotten me to look more positively at my own life. And it starts with thinking like a business owner about what I'm putting out on social media. And then even though you can't get into the Coach Online office, social media has like nothing to do with that. I have videos and trainings and exercises, so we'll get you started working on growing your following so that you can know how to reach those people. Like I said, my expertise is people who struggle with depression, people who've struggled with eating disorders, people who are going through infertility. And I'll walk you through whatever those target groups are for you, how to reach them using social media. You can set up your business page on Facebook now. So you get a training video that shows you exactly in a screen share how to do that, walking you through it step by step. And then how to start growing your audience. And when it comes to this business, it's always either time or it's money. So you can invest money in Facebook ads and they'll grow your audience while you're sleeping. And I'll walk you through how to get those set up so that you're reaching who you want to and so that you're not wasting your money. But if you don't have money to spend on Facebook ads right now, then it's a matter of putting your time into it. And you don't need to spend money on Facebook ads. It's really nice and it's a time saver if you can do that, but it's not necessary. So I cover both in my training. Also, Facebook and Instagram, how to use hashtags, how to meet people in your target groups on social media if you're personally putting in the time to go in and look for them and find them and connect with them as friends. So our trainings walk you through either path, spending a little money or spending time instead, or a little bit of both. Walk you through it step by step so you can start growing your audience. I have over 8,000 people on my Facebook page. I think it's almost 6,000 on Instagram, but it's taken me 3.5 years to grow that following. And I've done it step by step, and I'll share with you exactly how. And then this is also the time to be experimenting with a new platform that you think you may want to use for your business. So if you're just only on Facebook right now, you could start exploring Snapchat. You could start exploring Instagram stories, YouTube, Pinterest. This is the time to be playing around with what content you're putting out and seeing how you like these platforms, getting to know them, see how they feel to you, because this business has to be fun. It's a great business for people who enjoy social media. And if you have fun with it, then you'll always have fun with your business. But we have trainings that walk you through how to use all of those platforms. And then something you can do right now is defining your niche market, your ideal customer, and start speaking to him or her across all social media channels and what you're posting. And once again, we'll walk you through step by step how to do this. How to connect with them and then grow that audience. So that's all of the content that I have. I hope I'll see some of you in the Facebook group, and all of you are going to be on my email list, so you'll be getting the news about the launches as it goes forward, the news about the launch as more details become available. My brain is totally fried from talking for so long. I would love to get messages from some of you who watch this and just to know like where you're from and what your interest is in coaching and about your background. And if you have any questions, of course, the group is a place for those as well, and for you to get to know each other. I'll be sending out emails once a month to the list and the list that you're on, which is my UK specific list. And then you've also been added to my general email list. But the UK specific list is going to have news about the launch as more details become available. I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself because I'm tired. But just know that if you're getting a lot of emails from me, it's because you're on the UK specific list and also my general list. But hopefully you're excited about this launch and you don't mind. And I'm just very excited to get to know you guys, everyone who's been listening on this call. Thank you for being here, and look forward to getting to know you in the training group and hopefully having some of you join the team in October. Take care, and thanks for watching.